So Scotty helped me buy this house, and full disclosure, Scotty's my brother, but I still think that he did a fantastic job supporting us as a real estate agent. My wife and I moved to this house into Waterloo. I grew up in Waterloo. Long term, we knew that we wanted to be back in Waterloo, but you know, it definitely was a fairly lengthy process. And one thing I will say about Scotty is that we really never felt rushed, which, you know, looking back on it now, I really appreciate. You know, we went through a period where, you know, we wanted to move back, and then we kind of put things on hold, and then we were looking for houses again, and then we kind of slowed down the process. So it was a fairly lengthy process end to end, but you know, we wanted to find the right house. This was a move where we know we wanted to find a house that we were going to live in for the rest of our life. So we definitely took our time, and I know that you know, for some agents that would be a challenging thing to some degree to work through with clients, in that you know, Scotty definitely put in a ton of time and effort and made sure that we weren't jumping into something that we weren't going to be absolutely happy with long term. So I think that was one of the big things I noticed going through the process. And the other thing that Scotty really helped us with is he really helped narrow it down to a short list of places that really ticked all the boxes for what we were looking for. We had some pretty strict criteria. You know, we've got two small children, so proximity to schools was important, and just because this was going to be sort of a long-term house, there were certain things that we weren't willing to bend on. And when you kind of add up all those requirements of proximity to school, have a pool, you know, 4 bedrooms in a certain location with a number of various other criteria, it really sort of shrinks the number of potential options as well. So Scotty helped really help us get the proper shortlist down, and then eventually we found the place that I can honestly say we are very, very happy with. It's turned out to be more than we expected, and I can see myself living here for the rest of my life. So really appreciative to everything that Scotty was able to do for us, and I think he was great through the whole process. One other key point is that you know, as luck would have it, we were able to meet the previous homeowners before we moved in, and it was a bit of a unique scenario when we bought this house. It was still, you know, market was very strong in the area. When we went in and put the offer on this house, we were actually competing against, I think, 11 other potential buyers. So there was a lot of competition. And you know, my wife and I loved the house. We really wanted it. You know, we really pressed on Scotty to do as best he could during the presentation of our offer. And I can honestly say that he absolutely delivered on that piece. So, you know, going in against 11 offers is not an easy thing to do. You know, my wife and I even went as far as writing up a letter to the previous owners, kind of stating our case. But what I can say absolutely sealed the deal was the fact that Scott got a chance to present in person, and it was clear in talking to the previous homeowner when we got the chance to talk to them after the fact, that the presentation that Scott put forward and the things that he said within that presentation of the offer really made them not want to select anybody else, regardless of what the offers were. So I think that's a really important piece as well, especially in a market that's got so much competition right now.